It's another incredible day here in Africa, filled with the best kind of spots, and of course that's in the form of this beautiful leopard that you can see poised up in this marula tree. Now, good morning, my name is Tayla McCurdy, and on camera with me today is Brian, but the thumb is not here, the thumb is on holiday. Now what we're going to do is, as you saw, she's sitting in this massive big marula tree. We're just going to go around the other side, but I must tell you that we've started doing a series now with Nat Geo Wild, and we're going to be doing episode 6 tomorrow. And if you'd like to join us on a live safari on television, we'd be so happy if you did. And you can do that by tuning in every Sunday night, like I said, on the Nat Geo Wild channel. Sorry, Brian, through the trees we go, at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'd be so happy, of course, if you were to join us, and then you'd get to learn a little bit more about the royal family. Though at the moment, we've only got the Queen herself, and she goes by the name of Karula, and she is a lovely girl. Isn't that just the most magnificent morning light that you can see illuminating her body? She is really a gorgeous cat. And I must tell you that her cubs are around too, so hopefully we'll pop around to go and have a look at them. They're just off in the distance at one of the dams. There's also a crocodile nearby. So if you've got any questions for me, like I said, this is a live interactive safari. I'd be happy to try and answer them. You can just comment below and a little bird will whisper them into my ear and I'll try and answer them for you. Now, it isn't just me out here. It's actually a very exciting morning out here in Africa. We're exceptionally lucky. Jamie is with wild dogs, one of the most endangered animals in Africa. And if you want to go and have a look and see what they're up to, I think that they'd actually just made a kill. You can head across to WildSafariLive.com. So that's WildSafariLive.com. And we do 2 safaris every single day. So go across if you want to have a look at one of the most endangered mammals in Africa. But for the next couple of minutes, you're going to be spending it with me and, of course, in the presence of the Queen Karula. Now, she's an older girl. She's about 12 now. I think she's turning 13 this year. So she's a mature leopard. They can live for a couple of years longer than that. She'll probably live to about 16, maybe if she's lucky, even to around 17 or so. And she's left her little ones on their own to hang around, and she's out searching for she's out searching for something to eat. Now there's a lot going on at the moment. Can you hear the birds? They were shouting. They've stopped now. Those were woodland kingfishers that were shouting, and there's also something else giving an alarm call, most likely a francolin or a spur fowl of some sort, and I can only presume that that's because of a Karula. Now, hello, Dimitri, you said that this is like being in Africa without being in Africa. You're quite correct. Isn't that amazing? So if you want to carry on watching, like I said, 2 safaris every single day, WildSafariLive.com, or you can join us on a Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Nat Geo Wild channel, where we'll do a 2-hour live safari for you there too. She's sitting up in this tree. This is a very good spot to be able to search far and wide for some prey species. Now, Matt, you're wondering, how does climate change affect the cats out here? You know, out here at the moment, it's not too bad. These cats are the animals here in Africa, and particularly this part, are adjusted to the heat. So with the temperature increases and things like that, I don't think it affects them too badly at the moment. And I really think in Africa we're so lucky with our weather patterns, and with the things out here, everything's used to the cold, used to the hot. If it were to start snowing out here, there'd be a bit of a problem. That would affect us severely, because these animals have never seen snow. So that would be a bit of a problem. But other than that, in terms of the temperatures increasing, there's no ice caps or things like that out here for to melt. So they're not going to be affected by it too badly, for the moment, of course. But I just think that this is just the most beautiful scene, and a very typical leopard scene, the way she's sitting, with the marula branch between her legs. And I suppose another name for a marula tree is a leopard tree, because they form these beautiful horizontal branches which make a perfect spot to lay in, whether to rest, to try and, of course, keep out of the sun and keep away from the insects. Sometimes being higher up helps with things like that. And then, of course, like I was saying earlier, the main reason as to why she's up here is she's scanning the area. She's looking for something to eat. Her cubs are just over a year old now, and they're still relying on her to catch them food. But she's got to do so, especially she's got one male, one female cub. And let me tell you, Hasana, the male cub, is a greedy guts, and he devours anything. Very much like a teenage boy, I suppose. They never stop eating, and that's what he does. Have a look. Actually, look at the little woodland kingfisher that's just landed just off to the left in the top tree. Now, Heather, you've actually said that if you didn't know this leopard was there, you'd probably miss her. That's true. I'm trying. There we go. Look at this bird that's just landed next to her. This is a woodland kingfisher, and it was the one that was shouting about earlier. You may even hear one calling. I'm going to sit quietly for a moment. There we go. Can you hear it? And I'm sure Karula is going to get a little bit frustrated by these birds because they're basically giving away her presence now. They're telling everybody, there's a leopard in the area, keep away, keep away. So all the impala, the inyala, bushbuck, and kudu, and all the other antelope species are probably not going to come around here with all the commotion that's going on at the moment. And sometimes what they will do, which is quite funny, and I don't know if Karula will do it for us, is when the birds do start alarming and shouting about, they often express their frustration towards the birds in forms of snarls and growls, and it's always quite funny. But this is a beautiful bird, and that's the beauty of safaris, is it's not just the beautiful giant cats and of course the elephants and things like that are out here. There is an abundance of wildlife, and those beautiful birds that only come around at this time of the year for our summer get to join us too, which is really beautiful. She hasn't made a move yet, so obviously not seen or smelt anything in the area. Perhaps she'll even decide to just rest up in this tree. No, as I say that, I should have said that earlier. She's not going to move for us. Now keep a close eye here. Watch how majestic she is when she moves about in this massive tree. I can tell you that you could meet the best tree climber that you know, and you could try and challenge them to a leopard climbing a tree, and the leopard will win hands down every single time. Now whether she's going to go higher, I'm not sure. If she's going to make her descent, we're just actually going to have to wait and see. But it's always quite incredible the way that they're easily able to go up and down. Hello girl. She's just putting on a fantastic show for us today. Woodland kingfisher still giving its call. Come on girl. Decide, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to a shadier branch, or are you just going to climb down and go on the lookout for something? Let's see. She's not sure. She looks up, she looks down, she looks left, she looks right. You can see her ears moving, listening out to hear even a rustle in the grass, perhaps an impala, which seems to be her favorite food at the moment. What's she going to do now? And this is, there we go. That wasn't a very, there we go. She just, look at how she comes down. Look at this, incredible, using that smaller broken branch to advantage. Oh, she's going down the other side. What a pity. Wait, but graceful nonetheless. Now, Mary, you're wondering what leopard is this? So this is one of the dominant leopardesses in this area, and she goes by the name of Karula. And she forms the royal family here on Djuma Private Game Reserve, situated in the Sabi Sand, or the Greater Kruger area of South Africa. And she's left her cubs just off in the distance at a dam. Now, I don't know if she's going to go back to them now. She's going to go off and search for something to eat. But hopefully you'll all stick around with us. You'll see there's another game viewer, a game drive vehicle here too. We're going to have to try and reposition, but I suspect that unfortunately we're also running out of time. So if you want to continue watching and you'd like to perhaps see, well, what they're going to get up to, you're going to have to head across to wildsafariLive.com, and we'll probably end up going back towards the cubs as well to have a look at them and see if there's any development between the cubs and the crocodile. So we'll have to have a look. But it seems as though, there she goes, she's disappearing now off in between the long grass. But it's been absolutely wonderful from myself and Brian, and we hope that you decide to join us again on our live safari. So like I said, head across to wildsafarilive.com and we'll see you soon.